Okay, so, here I am, back here. Every enemy is gone except for Rhea. I did all that off screen. I thought that was for the best at this point. So... yeah. She has 1 to 8 range. So, I'm going to need to be very, very careful who goes in range. Also, her breath, I'm pretty sure, is physical. Which means that if I try and do this... not that... yeah, do you see the problem there? Lysithea actually cannot go into her range at all, because if she does, she will instantly die. So either I have to, if I'm going to be using Lysithea here, it's going to be in and out via dancing, or while Rhea is stunned after an armor break. There are no other ways that I could possibly get her in. So that's a bit of a problem. Okay, so, I have 4 Divine Pulses left, out of 10, because Miracle is a thing that exists. Yeah, most of them were spent on Miracle, because, yeah, Miracle sucks. Okay, so just a few things. I'm very, very sorry about last, I can give you a bit of a look at, Rhea's Immaculate 1 model while I'm going into all this. So, I am really, really sorry about how angry I got last time. It's just like, I really want to like the end of a game. Like, the end of, and in particular, this chapter, premise-wise, was everything I thought it would be. Like, everything I hoped it would be. Rhea going insane and you being forced to take her down to the tune of tragic music, but tragic yet epic music. Like, this song is probably my favorite of all the final map themes. And yeah, the fact that it just does so many things that are a little annoying, particularly Miracle. Like, not only do the White Beasts have Miracle, but so many of the higher ranked enemies, like the Gremmarys and the Great Knights have it. It's just kind of a pain. There's no real way to negate it. Brave weapons are kind of the only real quote-unquote counter to it. It's just really frustrating and just adds so much luck-based difficulty to this chapter. Because, like, a few things about this chapter are actually not bad. I like how, see this door here, you have the choice whether to unlock that door and actually head for Rhea right from the start. But if you do that, you expose yourself to so many more enemies, and the chances of people dying is far higher. You know what, I suppose I should probably just end my turn right now and just wait for, yeah, because she doesn't seem to be doing anything right now. I just need to make sure that I have my dancer in a more advantageous position at this point. Now, the downside of taking this so slowly is that I am actually very low on durability for most of my battalions. So, yeah, I've actually lost a few. I've lost Leonis and I've lost Petras. So my idea is to basically just stack a whole ton of people near Rhea and try and just get some Gambit boosts going.
What's my strategy?
I would, however, really like to get Byleth in there because his Gambit's probably my best shot. I just realized as well, Retribution would have been really useful here because being able to like have a guaranteed counterattack on her when she attacks you on her phase definitely would have been useful here, but oh well. Yeah, Petras is gone, and Leonis is also gone. Okay, so one other thing as well. Technically, this thing was telegraphed. The problem that I had was that I actually went this entire game not understanding what the term staggering blow meant. So it turns out that you can press ZR here on a monster, and you actually get a view of not only like the AoE of their AoE attack, but also how much might their staggering blow has in total. So if I looked at this, I would have seen that the effects of this, its hit rate, its general power, that I need to keep people above 35 HP, and this skill is there to telegraph to you that the moment that Rhea transforms, she uses that immediately. So I went this whole game thinking that Staggering Blow was what you did to monsters when you broke their armor, what stunned them. So I just misunderstood the term from the first tutorial, which is definitely on me, so yeah, that's a problem. Okay, despite that, something else I should point out as well, Divine Dragon Horn is actually an armor ability, so if you don't want to kill off all the white beasts, you can actually break her armor and she won't heal. That's why she wasn't healing for me on that earlier attempt. But anyway, I'm thinking of swarming a bunch of people around her just to kind of converge and just do a massive multi-gambit pile-up when I get the chance. My worry, though, is that, because I actually have looked up one of the Fire Emblem wikis, I think the better one, and it does say that it lets her use her staggering blows with no telegraphing, which means that maybe if I bunch up, she'll actually use Hoarfrost again. And I don't want a lot of people to take damage, because if they do, then I run the risk of not being able to, because not everyone's going to be able to get out of her range, and I have very, very limited healing. One of my physics is on Dorothea, which requires her to not dance for someone. I really wish I'd Fortify, but only Mercedes and Flame get that. I probably should have brought a healing battalion. So, at the moment, my best damage dealer, I think, is Seth with his Brave Axe. Even then, against the armor, he's not going to be doing all that much. Wow, he only doubles with the Brave Axe rather than quadruples? That's terrible. Yeah, that 24 attack speed is just barely enough not to get doubled by certain things. Also, I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to eat through a combined total of 300 to 400 HP here, so yeah, and she has Miracle on... Oh god, wow, it only takes one health bar gone before she starts getting access to Miracle. Thankfully, she doesn't get Vantage until her last health bar. Can I do this with only 4 Divine Pulses is the thing? Yeah, because if I fail this, I'm going to have to completely redo this and kill all the enemies again. I really need Byleth to get in closer. May as well break that. Okay, so right now, I am, these two can get to Rhea from where they are. Lorenz can also get to Rhea from where he is. He's in Gambit range from there, so I don't need to worry about him right now.
Leave it to me.
Raphael does need to get closer, and he probably needs to... Oh, no, he's fine. He's not going to get doubled. Again, Lysithea cannot go in there, and if Linhardt goes in there, he can't equip Bolganone.
Ready for anything.
You cannot Gambit from there. So I need to get you in closer. In fact, it might not be a terrible idea to smash through all of these walls just so that I have escape routes. I think Setter's positioning is fine. Okay, got a Byleth Gambit boost on that one. And got another Byleth. Okay, oh, it's just because Byleth's in attack range and Ferdinand isn't, that's why. And I cannot send either of you in there. Okay. Got a few people in her range. The question is, what's she gonna do? The problem is, she also has not a bad crit rate either, which is another thing that kind of infuriates me about this. Oh, going for... Oh, yeah, you are using the staggering blow, okay. Well, that's 35 flat damage. Oh, hey, nice, okay. So, she totally wasted her turn. I need to capitalize on that. Yeah, that's the other problem. If she does have access to that whenever she wants, she can fully replenish her armor whenever she wants to. Implications are only just setting in there. 80. Perhaps Setter should go first. That's still only 70 though, I don't like that at all. Raphael's got... Okay, he's got Blaze, but that hit rate sucks. Oh, you're already out of assembly. Yeah, I had to use that on a few of the Wyvern Beastie things. Resonant Lightning. Okay, that has range on it. But its hit rate sucks. I really need to get a few of these gambits going. Of course, you've lost yours. $80. Perhaps I should start with the 80.
Now's our chance.
If this misses, I'm going to be mad. Okay, good. Got one. Okay, attracted your attention. You've got a bunch of shattered tiles there. Just wonder, now that Byleth's closer... That's still only an assist from Byleth. So Lorenz does not get doubled by you, does he? He does get a solid crit rate against him. And that is the only spot that I can hit with a Gambit, and that's only a 50 hit rate, but I may as well go for it just to get you in position for more Gambit boosts with other people. That's probably gonna miss. Yeah, of course it did. But at least that means that... No, I don't have Lawrence. I only have Byleth as a Gambit boost. That's kind of weird. Okay, well, I guess I can try Sedith?
I will inherit the pride of Nabatea. Rest in peace.
So again, I'm pretty sure that's actually the first time we're hearing that term on this route.
Our power is yours. Behold our strategy.
Oh, please don't miss. Are you kidding me? Ah.
I'm here to help.
I've got it.
Well, at least that one hit. Okay, now we have a bunch of tiles that are all out of the way. The problem is I'd still rather hit those with Gambits because otherwise... yeah, like I could hit those with regular attacks, but then she gets to counter me, so that won't do so well. Well, at least that's better. Okay, that's Blaze. Can I aim Blaze better than that? I think I can only get a maximum of 2 in that Blaze. Yeah, I think no matter what, actually, if I Blaze here... Yeah, I can get 3 in that Blaze. But I have to hit a 60 and I only get 1 shot at it, and I would rather save my Divine Pulses for if somebody dies.
We shall help.
Come on, Raphael, you can hit this.
Here's an idea.
Screw you! Oh, that's supremely annoying. And I can only get 3 with that. If Byleth was out of the way, I could actually get all of them, potentially. Yeah, that only gives me 2 of them. I'm actually better served aiming it here. Because if this hits, I will get 3.
This should work.
And again, like, I'm not entirely sure if this is going to miss too, isn't it? Of course it did! Oh, why does my luck let me down when I need it most? Oh, I was all hyped to finish this once and for all, and now I'm on the verge of tears again. And she's going to restore all her armor with her AoE attack. Come on, game. Just let me end this. Please. She still has a bajillion health bars to go. I don't want to have to Divine Pulse here, but I missed like 3 Gambits this one turn. Like, is there any way I can do things differently at this point? Well, if she's Hoarfrost... Oh. Well, if I'm gonna have to Divine Pulse anyway... Yep, hitting the center panel will get all of them, but it's only a 50. Why wouldn't it be only a 50? I don't think Ferdinand getting any closer is going to help. I mean, I can try. I doubt it will do anything. Yeah, it's the exact same effect. This is like the maximum hit rate I've got, and this is gonna miss too, isn't it? Knowing my luck.
In this situation...
Game! Game. Throw me a damn bone, please. Come on. Well, I can probably do that and then run out of her range. This is mostly just to use up an RN. Okay, yeah, so if that must have been a high RN if that missed. Well, she missed anyway. At least her accuracy's not the best in the world. Okay, so if we've used up that
Let's
RN,
make this quick.
I'm down to 3 Divine Pulses. And nobody has died yet. Oh, come on, Lysithea. Please hit this. You can do it. No! What is wrong with me? It's like I have the crest of Maurice in real life or something. She's gonna get them all back. This is it. It's over. She's getting them all back. I've lost most of my gambits. Like, I do feel like they definitely, like, I feel like they want you to do this route last. Like, this to me feels like it's supposed to be like the super boss. It's supposed to be the game's ultimate final challenge. And you don't have any, like, overpowered lords with overpowered battalions. You just have Byleth, and it's really just down to Byleth now. Oh, I came so close. I missed with, like, what, 4 Gambit attempts in, like, a single... In, like, a single turn? And her armor is back! Oh, I was all pumped to actually finish this. I was all pumped to actually win. And I'm salty again. I didn't want to be, but I am. Maybe I should just, like, quit and not finish this route. Like, at this point, I'm not armor breaking her no matter how hard I try. I've used up all of my gambits, so I have to just do this the hard way. Well, I guess we can start. I tried.
I'm gonna haunt you if I die.
I tried the gambits, I just wasn't lucky enough.
Leave it to me.
I kinda need at least one broken tile on this side, don't I? I would appreciate it if you dodged, Ignatz, please. Of course you didn't. Because Byleth's Sword of the Creator is kind of what I need here. Yeah, you are Hoarfrosting every single turn, aren't you? Wow, not even the Creator Sword is enough to like, do that much? Well, it's times like these that are the few times where Lysithea can actually do something decent against her, because if you take down a health bar, then she doesn't counter you. Should I really be using the Sublime Creator Sword now, though? Because that crit rate, I could potentially shave off a lot from another health bar. Wait a minute, you have, no, you don't have Thoron. Because I'm out of 16 times 2, exactly enough, and you don't actually have, your Miracle up yet. Except you're gonna get it after this. Yeah, I've heard of people who've actually managed a power level in this map, and they had to go back to Byleth just to get more weapons. So you're not rattled at all, are you? Pretty sure you're not. Okay, so she's on health bar 2, which means that soon she's getting Defiant Strength. I should probably do that first in case I crit and happen to take out an entire health bar. Yeah, that's what I'll do. I thought that would hit me. Okay, well, breaking all the armor doesn't seem necessary, at least not yet. I mean, I would have really appreciated an armor break so I could have, you know... Holy crap, no, that's terrible. I still don't entirely trust that. Like, I'm wondering if she'll just suddenly decide, oh, I'm actually going to attack Lysithea instead of using the Gambit, like the aggro lines tell you. Because often the AI has ignored aggro lines when it comes to attacks that will definitely kill. Ah, that doesn't quite do it. These two are functionally identical now. Yeah, you actually need to be a little bit more weakened than you currently are. And the problem with that is that I can't exactly do that without severely risking people. Oh, of course, Ignatz is in kind of kill range as well, so she might just decide to ignore the aggro lines entirely. And also, you're currently aggroed onto Seta, so if Seta does something different, does that mean that she'll... See, I don't know, like, again, and I still don't fully trust the AI. Oh, of course, she has Miracle on this health bar, let's not forget. I probably should not do that, just in case that makes you attack Bernadetta. And you're probably gonna Miracle this, aren't you? No? Okay, no Miracle yet. But now she's on Defiant Strength. .35 damage, Raphael's not gonna die to that. Two spaces out either way. I don't think even Raphael gets hit by that. Oh, yikes, that's a big health bar. And the last one's like 130-ish, I think. I could do a few more hit and runs with you. Break shot. I guess I could try that just to chip a little bit away. Of course, gotta be careful of Defiant Strength.
Nice try.
Yeah, her Crimson Flower skill set, from what I've seen, is totally different. She has Wrath, and she has a skill that's like Hero's Dragons that makes her attacks always hit on the lower of defense or resistance. Oh, I have Lorenz as well, but I doubt he's gonna do much of importance here. Except maybe give his Brave Lands to someone else. Because he was mostly there for Gambit boost, but we all know how that worked out. Oh, there are 2 people in guaranteed kill range, and I already used Dorothea's turn. Yeah, it all depends on whether or not she decides to lie with her aggro and attack someone else, which she very easily could. Vendetta, maybe?
That really helped.
Don't speak too soon before saying that really helped. Huh. I can fire orb for 1 damage, yay! That'd be a pretty amazing way to finish this, though. People are gonna die, aren't they? No, she's still AoEing onto Sedith, okay. However, I'm running low on Gambit, so I can't guarantee that I'll be able to keep taking that. And armor's back. Who here still has Gambits? Linhardt does, but aggroing your attack onto Linhardt's probably... Oh, and you have 2 of them, okay. But of course, that means that I have to give up my... And in order to use Linhardt's, I have to give up my healing. I'm not entirely adverse to that, though. Or I should save that for like an absolute... Like when I really, really need to make absolutely sure that I get her aggro away from someone. What do you have left? I doubt you can really do anything at all at this point. Well, I could go for that because you have, like, the lowest, hit rate against Petra. That's just, yeah, that's just cracked. That's not completely gone. How low is your bow? Pretty low. She can't keep hitting these 76s forever. Well, got that one, though. And got hit in return. But you've got a blank spot now, and I have to be very careful because Defiant Strength is a thing, and I'm... Ignores enemy so does Defiant Strength affect that or not? Maybe it does, and if that is true, then I'm going to have to be very, very worried. If that crits, that does instantly take your health bar down. That I do need to be aware of, but... She also has Miracle, again. Another thing that I need to be acutely aware of right now. I mean, there's no reason to conserve the Sword of the Creator right now. Please crit.
Here is something to believe in.
Please don't Miracle. Did not Miracle. Good. Last health bar. 165. Okay. Oh, please tell me Linhardt can... How many warps do you have left? 1. How many warps do you have left? 2. Okay, I could warp Linhardt to warp Dorothea to dance for Byleth. That's very much a tactic that I could potentially employ right now. That will, though, give up how much damage from you? 33 guaranteed damage. Oh, but you have Vantage. So that's 33 guaranteed damage, provided that your health bar is not below 50%. And also... Yeah, no, I absolutely have to. Like, there's no way that I can actually even attack you with Lysithea, because if I attack you when you're above that much... then Lysithea will die, because you won't die. And if I attack you when you're below that much, then, of course, Lysithea will die, because Vantage. So, yeah, my best move with Lysithea right now is to have her warp someone, because she's not attacking Rhea at all this turn without dying. So I need to, like, warp somebody, like, warp Linhardt to warp Dorothea to dance for Byleth. Again, like, I feel like that is legitimately my best call at this point. And that means I do not get any physic with Linhardt or Dorothea, so by extension, I cannot attack with Ignatz because Ignatz dies if I don't heal him.
I do this for all of us.
However, I can hit you a little bit with that. Oh, but you could potentially crit me on the counter. That drops you down to that. How low do you have to be for Defiant Strength to kick in? 25%. Okay, by the time you're at 25%, you're probably dead anyway, so I don't think I really need to worry too much. Of course, there's also the fact that Defiant Strength plus Vantage equals... I think Byleth will still live that. Oh, and of course, if I do that double warp chain, I can't use any gambits on you to draw your aggro, but that won't matter if you go down this turn. I can, like, chip away at you extremely slightly, although it would be kind of funny to have Raphael finish this by breathing on her. Funnily enough, this was actually where Rhea was during the defense of Garrett Mock all the way back earlier in the game. I kind of want to do that. Actually, wait, like, it's only slightly better than an Iron Bow, and that gives her a bit less of a hit rate. You don't by any chance have Point Blank Volley, do you? No. You have Vengeance, though. Oh, and Leonie's already moved. Actually, no matter what I do, unless Byleth crits, I don't think I'm actually taking you down this turn. It's just too much health to go through. I can at least try this and see if she is a jerk and crits me. I'd rather go with more guaranteed damage than just a slight chance of her taking more. That's not a crit. Okay, good, it's not a crit. Okay, that's like a slight amount of your health down. Down to 92. Not quite Vantage yet.
I have faith.
93. Or, like, at this point, maybe it's a safer bet to draw aggro with Linhardt instead. Maybe that is a safer bet. And if this fails, I can go Dorothea.
Let's shake this up.
Because if I survive one more turn, I'll definitely get her. Okay, you're gonna Hoarfrost in that direction, which means you two need to get the heck out of there. Oh, you do have a Vulnerary, which will actually not put you in high enough health, but I can probably pull something better out of the convoy. Yes, I do have a concoction. Just in case something really, really bad happens. And by something really, really bad happening, I mean she lies about her aggro line. I think I need to Physics Zenith right now.
Appreciate it.
Okay, I guess when you know how to... I don't want to speak too soon. I was about to say this isn't so bad if... But, you know, that could be really, really awful. Oh, wait, I just walked you right into Hoarfrost range. That was dumb. Well, okay, that means Dorothea gets Hoarfrosted as well, but, should be fine. Nope, that's not a good idea. Okay, yeah, she's not in Defiant Strength yet, or Vantage, so I don't need to worry about either of those. I was expecting to go on tangents on this episode about, like Rhea, and just how I felt about Rhea in general, but I'm having to really concentrate here. Oh, of course it hit the two, it hit the Dancer and the Warper. I'm loving that healing on Seth, though. Oh, crap. I moved Lysithea out of Warping Linhardt range.
I shouldn't have strained myself.
That is actually incredibly bad. That could be really, really bad, actually. That'll break the tile right in front of you. But Byleth can't reach that with his Creator Sword. I need to break one of these. And Seth is out of Assault Troops. And Leonie is at the point where she will very distinctly die if she tries to attack. Or will she? She will just barely not die, okay. I do have to be careful of Vantage and potentially Defiant Strength, but I think I can finish this turn if I do everything right. And I still have 3 Divine Pulse charges in case something goes badly. Maybe I should actually save Petra for when that's broken. Because you do like 16 times 2, which is 32 damage combined with like the sword. The Brave Sword is like 4 attacks with 2. And I need to be wary of Vantage, obviously, and other stuff.
Steady now.
Alternatively, Ignatz can break that. I don't have to use either of them. And Ignatz doesn't get crit either. Ignatz has actually been surprisingly helpful for me so far. '81. And Broken Tile, which should be the only Broken Tile I ever need. Because there's no reason not to go completely ham with Sublime Heaven at this point. I want to say right now that I've probably got this, but I do need to be careful of Defiant Strength and Vantage. But as long as we don't get one-shotted by Defiant Strength, and that plus Byleth is going to do it, pretty sure. Yep, that plus Byleth will definitely do it. Oh, miracle. But I do have backups. I have lots of backups, actually. I've got Petra as well for backup. 8 times 2 is not bad either. If I do that, then I can have Seth bring you very low. Not actually finishing you, though. But then, of course, you do go into Defiant Strength and Vantage, so maybe this should be my first port of call. Oh, there's Vantage. Yeah, 43 minutes just for this fight alone. I'm so glad that I did everything else off camera. Okay, Byleth will finish you, assuming no miracle. And are you even in Defiant Strength right now? 33. I think that actually is Defiant Strength. That's more than you were doing to me before, I'm pretty sure. I feel bad that Lysithea barely got to do anything for this. I mean, she was supposed to break the armor, but she didn't get a chance to. Alternatively, I could just do that just for a little bit of... Nah, I'd rather save you for a backup just in case she miracles her way through this. Because yes, she literally needs a miracle in order to survive this. Okay, come on, Byleth, you can do this. You can put your daughter / grandmother down. It's weird. Let's go. Then going off. Dodges anyway.
It's over.
It's done. Wow, Bernadetta got MVP. I guess that's fitting.
Rhea, please!
You're here, Mother.
I knew the save screen would pop up for Mood Whiplash. Okay, yeah, I genuinely have tears in my eyes for that. That was good. That was really good. But I will say, 2 moments from that were in the trailers. The shot of Byleth with the sort of sunset in his face and the petals, and the shot of Rhea falling were both in the trailers. Also, the shot of Rhea flying to the monastery is in the opening movie. But, well, yeah, without context. I was thinking that you would heroically ride Rhea to the final battle after destroying Shambhala, but on the Golden Deer route, I mean, not on this route, because I had a feeling this route's final battle would be against Rhea herself. But yeah, I was thinking that on Golden Deer, you would actually heroically ride Rhea back to Garrick Mok for the final battle, but nope, that cutscene had a much more tragic context. So, it's over, Rhea. Those who are trying to harm you are far away. You can rest now.
A rising flame was alight as the flow of time carved a new history for Fodlan. Rhea's wild rampage was put to an end, averting what could have been the greatest crisis in the history of Fodlan. After 5.5 years of war, a new age was set to begin. The Empire, Kingdom, and Alliance, all political structures that had once shaped the continent, were gone. A unified nation began to take shape under the watchful eye of the Church of Seros. The Church's new leader became a champion of the people, working tirelessly to help them overcome the horrors of war and to carve out a path towards reconstruction. Just as Saint Seros tended to those who suffered in wars of the past, Fodlan's new ruler embraced their role as mother of all life and arbiter of every soul.
So... Oh. I almost forgot about this. Sorry, I was about to give a big spiel on what I think of this route, and then that happened. I knew there was something more. Huh, speaking of the beginning...
Complain. What is it now? You are a fool, just standing there and acting nonchalant. Have you already forgotten about me? I also said I would always be with you. But perhaps you would have preferred it if I had vanished without a trace. were alone. And so I chose to come back to this world to stay with you. I know. Keep back your tears. You have me now. And I must say that you have done quite well. Of course you have. I chose to join our souls because I have great faith in you. And yet I must admit I did not know you would achieve so much. To think you could have died so early on.
Yep, with that whole accent back incident.
Well, who can say? My memory is faint. But all is well that ends so well. Is that not what they say?
Yeah, that statement doesn't exactly fit on the route where we just put down your rampaging daughter.
Huh? What is that thing? A ring, of course, but I must ask, for whom? I see. Or, no, I take it back. You are not making any sense. Could it be that my own feelings were somehow influential? But when I think about it like that, I can't help but feel that I'm so in love, I should make an eternal vow. What? Oh, were you eavesdropping?
Does it count as eavesdropping when they're like a few feet away from you?
Oh, fine. I shall admit, I do. I love you deeply, overwhelmingly, passionately. Ours is a love without an end.
I can't tell if she's being serious or not.
And so, I guess I shall accept that ring of yours. Indeed, it's only right, for you and I are joined within our souls. And that is much the same as marriage, don't you think?
So, yeah, this pairing is kind of self-cessed in a way.
The stone within your chest is little more than decoration now.
Oh, okay, does she always mention that? Because it's only really revealed what that is on this route.
That means it is within your very soul that I exist.
But, yeah, so I do know that on Crimson Flower, and don't listen to this if you don't want spoilers for that route, but that when you kill Rhea, the crest stone in Byleth's chest disappears and Byleth's hair goes back to normal and Byleth just goes back to being a normal person, which doesn't make sense because when you kill Rhea on this route, that doesn't happen.
And so, whatever are you waiting for? Ah, well, just wear it on your own finger. Our love is all that matters, not a ring.
As my first act as ruler of Unified Fodlan and as leader of the church, I declare that I shall marry myself. Yeah, Byleth's gonna get a lot of weird questions.
For now and ever. I hope you are aware of that. In sickness and in health, and come what may, I shall be deep within your heart. I love you, and I can feel the warmth of love from you as well. I know. You can no longer hide a thing from me. The day you die, I'll follow you. We shall journey as one until the end of time. I never tire of being around you. Since we could not trade words for far too long, I have much that I wish to say to you. I know just where to start. Do you recall what we spoke of before? I had told you not to let your guard down. Honestly, I adore you, but you can be so childish.
I fully admit that I did that just out of curiosity for what it would be like, but I do feel like it's sort of fitting on this route. And so now you're going to be seeing battle data from chapters that I did off camera. Oh, hi, MVP Edelgard for the beginning. I knew this route would have been a Black Eagles one, so I had her kill all the bandits at the beginning. Little did I know that I had her just kill her own hirelings. But anyway, so, right. Yeah. Thoughts on this route? I know a lot of people don't like it because it's basically Golden Deer without Claude, and it actually reveals less about Fodlan's history than I was expecting. You really need to play Golden Deer to find out more. But, Flame was MVP for Rumored Nuptials? Okay, then. But I don't mind this route. Its final boss, a lot of people think that it came totally out of nowhere, and a lot of people complain about that. As you can tell, I actually guessed this final boss coming a long way, but that's because I'm familiar with the logic behind that dragons follow in other Fire Emblem games, especially Marth's games and the Valentia one. So yeah, also I fully admit the other reason why I kind of saw this coming. This whole situation, and this is a weird thing to say, but I hope some people here understand what I'm saying here. This whole situation is basically, like in the final battle, is basically a really dark version of all things, a My Little Pony episode called The Secret of My Excess. That one also involves a dragon going giant and going on a rampage. So yeah, I was kind of getting vibes from that. I was thinking, is Rhea gonna go full Secret of My Excess on us? And she did. So yeah. Overall, though, I think that final cutscene was great. Like, that was a really good final cutscene. Like, really, like, I don't normally praise animation. I think the animation was good in that cutscene. Now, one thing I will say, I have actually been spoiled on this, that there is a way for Rhea to survive that battle and to live through her madness and end up redeeming herself. But it requires you to S-support her with Byleth. And, well, considering that's like double, triple, super duper duper incest, I don't know. I wish that you could have got that if you S-supported Sophis, maybe. Limitless potential, 0 battles, 0 victories. I'm so sorry, Cyril. I like Cyril. Unlike most people, I really like Cyril, but that's really sad. Unable to serve Rhea any longer because she was dead. Yeah, I'm not sure if, like, that changes if Rhea survived or not. Yeah, we're gonna see a lot of zeros here because there are a lot of people that I specifically didn't use. But yeah, this route's endings are gonna be totally different to some of the other route's endings. So what I was saying that, I do admit this is probably, oh wow, not the Guardian of Xanadu, Free Knight, totally different. Oh, hi, Fire Emblem theme. Was that on the Blue Lions route as well? Sorry, what I was saying was that this ending is probably the worst ending for Fodlan in general, because as the narration says, every major power is decimated. Not all of it was by our hand, mind you, but almost every political structure in Fodlan is gone now. Even the Church of Seros. Like, all their cardinals went insane due to, like, Rhea's blood. So, yep, we just took out most of the leadership of the church as well as, like, everyone. So, yep, the Kingdom, Alliance, Empire, everything's gone. It's just Byleth left to pick up the pieces. Fodlan just doesn't exist anymore. We have to build something new out of the land that used to be Fodlan. So, yeah. Oh, I'm so sorry, Ash. I guess we can see what his solo ending looks like. Okay, that's nice. Something I should also point out regarding paired endings is that apparently the only ending between Ash and Ingrid where they don't explicitly get married is Blue Lions. So on any other route, they would have, like, my ship would have been fulfilled. Oh, 1 victory. Okay. Okay, that's actually pretty nice for a solo ending. Another thing on paired endings is because Rhea only, like, appears in the epilogue if she had an air support with Byleth, Rhea's one of those rare Fire Emblem characters, along with Pent and Louise, who don't have solo endings at all. Like, she only has a paired ending, and that's Byleth's. I'm surprised Seth actually didn't come that... I guess I didn't really use him until after the time skip. Oh, okay, this ending's pretty much exactly the same as Blue Lions for the most part. Apparently on Golden Deer, Seth actually starts a new Church of Seros. Okay, let's see what this paired ending is like. Okay, that's actually nice. But yeah, Ignaz's pairing with Raphael's pretty good too, because in that one, like, he marries Raphael's sister. Okay, this is a pairing that I definitely wanted to go for, so let's see this one. Oh, that's really nice. So yeah, some of Lysilia's endings are really bittersweet, like her one with Felix. Apparently, Felix has no happy paired endings outside of Byleth, unless you're on the Blue Lions route, which is interesting. That's interesting. So that one's mostly platonic, but yeah, that's kind of more of a comedic paired ending, honestly. Okay, this one also I've been hoping is good. Of course, they had an enormously lavish wedding. Yeah, that's actually a pretty decent one. Okay, hoping this one's decent. Okay, so definitely married. Oh, that's really good. That's a really good paired ending. Okay. Wasn't expecting it to be that good. Okay, please be good. This one is another one that I was really shipping. Okay, yeah, so she renounced her claim to House Barley. So again, like, her father gets nothing out of the marriage that he wanted. Wait, so Fodlan became Britain? Okay, so from what I've heard, his paired ending with Sothis is the same as his solo ending. But at least she actually gets her picture there. So it means that she gets to be in the epilogues. I was honestly, like, I was expecting Sothis would be playable for the final chapter. And anyway, so credits time. I'm definitely going to be cutting out Edge of Dawn here, and I guess I can probably talk over this. So now I can finally give my thoughts on Rhea, because I was too focused on the actual fight to do so before. So yeah, Rhea. She's a character who I honestly find very hard to form an objective opinion on, because I know that she's vilified to hell and back by particularly militant Edelgard fans. And a lot of people have said that how much you like her heavily depends on how much you don't like Edelgard, and vice versa. So, the thing with Rhea is, yeah, she's done some very questionable things. Like, she's created, like, admittedly, like, she didn't kill the bodies that were quote-unquote failures. She let them live out normal lives. She even let one of them get married. So, there's some people who've completely misinterpreted that and think, oh, she kills all of her failed Sothis clones. And yeah, there is the fact that she was kind of grooming Byleth to be the next Sothis and wanted to overwrite his personality with Sothis's, which is, yeah, admittedly kind of creepy. It's kind of like what the organization wants to do to Roxas in Kingdom Hearts 2, and actually what everyone wants to do, because the good guys want to do that to Roxas as well, so Roxas doesn't have that. Yeah, doesn't have a good time of it. But, like, And I also lost a bit of sympathy points when all the Cardinals went insane with her, but then again, there's no way she would have known that giving them her blood would have caused that. Given Setta's dialogue, Rhea has never gone that crazy before. So nobody would have known the effects of Rhea going that crazy. So because of that, it was an unintended consequence, something that she couldn't have seen coming, so I can't really say that's her fault. Honestly, her biggest issue is the censorship and, like, rewriting of Fogland's history, and I was thinking about that off camera, and I was realizing something. You know Marianne? She's gone through her whole life suffering horrible discrimination because she's the descendant of the only hero who did not get a historical hero upgrade and was, you know, the one who turned into a monster and slaughtered and ate people. So everyone, like, hated her, she's been ostracized her whole life, and she's even very heavily implied to have had suicidal thoughts over it. Now, imagine if it was public knowledge that all of the original crest bearers were metaphorical monsters, like, were just as much monsters as Maurice was. Wouldn't that mean everyone with crests would be horribly discriminated against? Wouldn't everyone with crests suffer the same kind of oppression that Marianne did? Really, I feel like all Rhea was trying to do was say crests aren't bad. It was just the corrupt nobility that twisted it into crests are the only thing that matters, and started oppressing people who didn't have crests, so it was kind of an unforeseen side effect. Again, I do feel like if she had... It's a complicated issue, basically. Like, while I don't really agree with lying or covering up history, in this case, I feel like there probably would have been equally as much oppression if the truth was known back then. It just would have been the other way around. So, it's a complicated issue, and Rhea is a complicated character, that's the thing. I kind of personally classify Rhea as true neutral on the D&D alignment axis. I'm not entirely sure if everyone else feels that way, but like, I feel like she's a very complex character, and I feel like it's very easy to get the impression that she's not if all you've played is Crimson Flower. Now, I remember saying back in when we fought Edelgard that Crimson Flower depicts Rhea as a maniacal cartoon villain. I actually don't think that's true now. Now that I know the truth about Rhea, her actions on Crimson Flower make perfect sense. Oh, look, there's Rhea / Seros, spoilers! Solon / Tamas, Talos / Orendel, Eureka / Death Knight. Yep. Okay. Sorry, what I was saying though was that because what you do in the Holy Tomb on Crimson Flower, if you know her history, you're basically bringing back all her trauma from the Red Canyon. You're sanctioning someone who steals literally the hearts of her well, not children, but like siblings. And you have basically become the new nemesis in her eyes. And understandably, she flips out about that. Oh look, there's the new Byleth male voice actor in the credits. So you get to see both of them. Of course, both my playthroughs. Yeah, so like, why she goes crazy is kind of, like, it fits with her overall character on this route once you know the truth. But the interesting thing is that if you don't know the full context behind it, and you only play Crimson Flower, you will definitely see Rhea through Edelgard's eyes, as, oh look, there's Michelle Roth, and Carl McCleary, in addition, and Kirk Thornton, in additional, and Keith Silverstein, and Spike Spencer was additional voices? Wow. See, this is one interesting thing about this game's voice acting. Most of it is great. I'll go back to my original tangent, don't worry. Most of it's great, but they got some very big names to just play generic NPCs, which is kind of sad. But that almost feels like a cost-cutting measure in a way. But, yeah, so it's very easy to see Rhea as just like a maniacal cartoon villain, the insane evil demigod who hates humanity and wants to lord over them, which is exactly what Edelgard thinks about. The interesting thing is that I find Edelgard's view of, like, the church and Rhea, she's viewing it through a generic JRPG lens. She's seeing it like a typical JRPG where the church is evil, the gods are evil, and humanity is superior. But this game is more complicated than that, and I like that. And if you only play Crimson Flower, you won't see that complexity. It's very easy to see Rhea and the church as just entirely evil, and even then I still feel like Rhea's the only even moderately questionable thing in there. Like, Seth and Flayn are both amazing. All the Knights of Seros who are totally aligned with the Church are also excellent, really good people. And pretty much entirely sympathetic, except maybe Catherine, but Catherine I consider more of a lawful neutral than anything else. And again, yeah, Catherine's sort of totally tied to Rhea, but yeah, I still feel like Edelgard is very misguided in her thinking. Like, Rhea is crazy and probably not fit to rule, but not for the reasons Edelgard thinks, and Edelgard never once thinks to question where she's getting her history from. And one more thing, and this is what I think separates Rhea and Edelgard in the end, is that Rhea shows capacity for atonement. She clearly feels bad for how she treated Byleth at the end of this route. And she sacrifices herself to protect everyone from those missiles. Just thinking about it more, like, is that something Edelgard would ever do? I don't know if Edelgard could make that call. I don't think she would do that. Because the only times you ever see Edelgard express remorse for what she's done are when she knows that she's about to lose and about to die. And to me, I'm gonna make a lot of enemies by saying this, but to me, that feels cowardly, honestly. Like, she's someone who is just dead set in her ways, never even tries to change, is not open to any alternate suggestions. And Rhea's at least open to remorse and negotiation, at least at the end of this route in Golden Deer, and implicitly on Azure Moon as well. So, all in all, those are most of my thoughts on Rhea. I wanted to get those out there. There are definitely Edelgard fans out there who, like, I can appreciate it when people say, yeah, she's morally grey and her actions are, you know, kind of questionable, but I still agree with them because I personally feel they're for the greater good. Like, that's fine. It's just when you say that she's a pure hero who did nothing wrong. Like, nobody in this game is that, except maybe Seth. I mean, even Seth has his issues sometimes. And I guess Byleth, yeah, Byleth's probably pretty much a pure hero. But, like, that's the point of this game. Like, there's no 100% good or bad side, and saying that Rhea is 100% evil and that Edelgard is 100% good just is a little bit of a disservice. So, yeah, that's, with that, though, holy crap, I am finally at the end of this game. Like, I am finally, like, this is pretty much, like, yeah, this is all I want to record, blind. Which is kind of surreal. I will do a final my thoughts on Three Houses overall video after this. So as of now, today, as of recording this, is the 2nd, yes, the 2nd of October. So that should give you an idea of when this was recorded. If I had actually ended this, like, this is almost exactly a week after I first attempted this final chapter. If I had ended this, last week, I would have ended this game exactly 2 months after I started playing it. But, after its release date. But, actually, no. But, I've had a really good time with this. You know, this final chapter notwithstanding. Like, there are elements of this final chapter that weren't bad, but I don't like the fact they gave me... I was lucky, even though I was salty and complaining about bad luck, I was lucky that Rhea did not activate Miracle at all. Like, that was absurdly lucky, because her White Beast sure as hell activated Miracle all the time. So, yeah, I still think giving Miracle to very powerful enemies is a terrible idea, especially when there's no Nile in this game to negate Miracle. I still think that not warning you that Rhea will transform when you capture the reinforcement point that you've been encouraged to capture at any cost, that's a bit of a jerk move. So overall, like, this final map, yeah. It's also a bit annoying that it reuses Garrick Mach. Like, I was kind of hoping you would fight inside the cathedral, like, you'd at least get a new map. That would be pretty cool. Because now that I think about it, the only route that's final map is unique, is Golden Deer. All of the other final chapters take place on reused maps. I mean, Crimson Flowers is on fire, but it's still a reused map. So that's a bit of a shame. That's what I'll get into in my thoughts on video. I think one of my biggest gripes with this game is the lack of map variety and the sheer amount of reused maps across routes. So, yeah. But with that done, I'm so sorry that I got salty over that fight, but I was able to do it. Like, I didn't actually have any, like, outright failures against Rhea. Nobody died. I guess because it's easy to lure her Hoarfrost. She's actually not... She doesn't lie, unlike about history. She doesn't lie about her aggro that much, which is good. So, yeah, that is the end of Silver Snow, and probably the end of my blind coverage of this game, unless I did have a crazy idea, or you might say, a maddening idea. I had an idea to maybe, totally off camera, play through a Golden Deer route on Maddening. I wouldn't be showing any of the cutscenes or supports or anything like that. I would maybe show Clawgenic Paralog and the final map on Maddening. But that's just an idea. Don't expect me to go through with it. Don't hold me to that. It's not a promise or anything. It might happen, it might not. But what will happen is one day I will be doing a Golden Deer full walkthrough series of this game. Don't expect that for at least a year, because I probably need a break from the game, and I want all the DLC to come out as well. Oh yeah, depending on how Abyss Mode is, I might end up recording Abyss Mode. We'll see. So, with that, this is Big Clinky signing off. See you all in whatever I do next. And future me, when you hear this, I hope things are going well for you. It's not often that I get to send a message to my future self. I kind of do through these videos. But with that, I hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.